Welcome, Taurus. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your general reading for the last month of the 2024 year. This is a general reading. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below, where I'm featuring a half-off sale through the end of this month, this year. I thank all of you who have participated. And I am going to get started. I appreciate your presence here now. That's the most important thing to what I do. So thank you for that. The Three of Wands is showing up as your overall energy, Taurus. This is about you setting up an opportunity for yourself in the future. You're doing the work. You're making the connections. You are gaining the skills that you are anticipating you will need for this forward-looking opportunity that you're creating for yourself. Some of you, it's about setting up a new business, starting a new project, or contemplating some kind of expansion, some kind of growth, and that can include not only learning, but traveling, exploring more of the unfamiliar world, the world that's unfamiliar to you. Your world is expanding rapidly right now, and you're putting your toe out there to find out what opportunities and options you may have that you previously were unaware of. In the present, the Queen of Wands. And here you are in a place of incredible confidence and strength. You are exuding passion, power, determination to achieve what you want. And you know what you want, and you're determined to get that. That is highly attractive to others. Others are very clear and they feel your magnetism, which draws resources that you desire to you from them. In part, this is kind of your way of exhibiting your passion and power that is less demonstrative, perhaps, than in the past, to where you're a little more strategic about the way you show your hand, your interest, you share what you want in a way that is intended to leverage those resources towards you, so that people are bringing you ideas and opportunities and connections on the basis of the intentionality and passionate energy that you project forward. In the past, the Three of Swords shows that you are continuing to process disappointments, real hurt and pain, sorrow, even failures from your past. You're reviewing those. You have been reviewing those for a while, and really trying to understand how you what you've learned from what lessons you've gained from those experiences, how you experienced certain consequences as the result of choices you made. And being clear on that point is actually liberating you, allowing you to let go of things that are no longer relevant to you, no longer serving you in any way. And that can be anger, resentment, frustration with things that happen in the past that you cannot change. And this is particularly important for Tauruses because the idea of change can be very challenging. And so observing and witnessing and working towards a sense of having been changed by experiences, having intended change or work towards change in your current circumstance is very liberating for you. It's very empowering because it's reminding you of how far you've come, and that the experiences of the past, no matter how painful, are necessary part of the growth process. Things must be put away. We must release things in order to make space for what's new. In the future, the Knight of Cups is you opening up even further as a result of this work you're doing towards understanding and releasing a sense of sorrow or heartbreak that you've experienced. This can be regarding any number of things. But as the result of that work that you're doing to accepting the changes, the experiences, the losses that you've uh, in uh, that you've experienced, you have opened up your heart unwittingly to a greater acceptance of who you are, a greater acceptance of your uh, changeability, your willingness to receive love as well as give love, to your greater imaginative and creative abilities that you realize are still available for you to grow, to invest in, to support you. And that this is an avenue perhaps that you had abandoned in the past because of what was required of you, given your obligations and responsibilities and the choices that you had made in the past. So you're opening up to a new level of feeling good, feeling supported, seeking support from the world rather than simply being obliged to provide care for others. I hope this reading is resonating for you. If so, please like this video, share this with others who might enjoy it, and something has flipped over there. I'm not going to take it. But I am going to take it. It's the guilt card. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. And this is coming to me as perhaps a residual feeling that you have left something in the past, that you're releasing something that doesn't feel okay for you to let go of. There's some hurt, some pain, some sorrow that you feel guilty about releasing, that somehow holding on to that pain is the right thing to do or would be dishonoring someone if you stopped um, marking that painful loss or experience of failure that you had. This is a hard one for many of you. This is something that uh, can accompany the sense of merely surviving. Many of you have heard of survivor's guilt. Like, why am I the one still living, still breathing, still loving when my loved one is no longer here to do the same? But there's a way in which one must accept, move on, let go of that. That doesn't erase the beautiful love, the experience that you shared. That passion lives on forever in your memories of that person. But there is a need here, I feel, to release something that you've held on to for a very long time. In the future, in the present, the Queen of Wands is clarified by the Page of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. You've been working very hard at learning how to realign yourself with things that support you, things that feel good to you, the idea of ease, comfort, uh, pleasure, as opposed to the idea that everything has to be hard. This is coming up for a lot of earth signs in particular, a kind of addiction to the struggle, addiction to everything being work, 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 and not knowing how to undo that compulsion to be busy, to be working, to be putting things together, to be taking care of others all the time. I do feel this is something that is right up in your present concern, something you're working through, ways in which you're learning how to replace that sense of obligation and duty with a sense of being cared for, enjoying your life, receiving rewards and recognition for all that you do. And this represents a huge sea change for you. This is about changing the terms of your emotional life, it not being a struggle or a fight in whatever way that you have experienced in the past, of it being easy. It's about easy choices that you can make that carry no sting, no resentment, no charge to them. And to that end, you understand that this takes work too. It takes work for you to learn how to let go of doing things a certain way. You are very disciplined, you're very hardworking, you need to be productive, but there are many ways to be productive that don't require your intense labor, your constant effort, your exhausting yourself with staying busy and trying to take care of everything. In the past, the Three of Swords is clarified by the Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. I like this. I do feel that you have opened yourself up to a new lifestyle, a new approach, a new perspective on your life, and that you're in the position to review a lot of activity or experience that you've had. This is in preparation for moving on to something new, to opening up to this newness, in which you are taking the things you've learned from the past naturally and integrating those into your present experience in order to look at new options that are available to you. It's a little scary because it requires you to do a lot of waiting and checking out things, almost bringing others along with you in this shift and change that you're now opening yourself up to. It feels like a how to enjoy your life moment, how to stop working yourself to the bone and to start simply enjoying all that you've built, all that you've earned, all that you've enjoyed, all that you've labored for in a way that is guilt-free, that is pleasure-seeking, that is supporting you, that supports your experience, that allows you to advise freely, share freely without obligation, without sting, without judgment, without an agenda. Simply an agenda to enjoy what you have more, to open up to generating abundance, ideas for generating that abundance, the abundance you already have in your world, in your life. And in the future, the Knight of Cups is clarified by the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. This is gorgeous. Indeed, you have worked a very long time, very diligently to release those things that no longer serve you. Some of this is the change in the family dynamic as a result of individual shifts in your family structure, the loss of cherished members, um, and the beliefs that they promoted in your life that are no longer relevant to your life. That's one example. This can be the release of work that you did forever and ever that you might have resented, but you understood the necessity of having to do it. You don't have to do that anymore. For the Tauruses I'm speaking to, that necessity is gone. And in fact, releasing that in those strategies, those ways that you sustain that labor for so long is no longer necessary. You can actually make space for the enjoyment, the support that you've worked so hard for. And this is leading you to a beautiful independence. This is a recognition that you are independent in your ability to cultivate your own interests, your own talents, your own relationships in a way that you decide what to invest in and what is what you will align yourself with. This has nothing to do with your relationship status. You can be married long-term, you can be single, you can be in a situationship, but this establishes you as an independent agent, making you, I might add, much more attractive in a relationship, much more productive in any relationship when you have a sense of your own sovereignty. I'm going to finish up this reading with the flora and fauna of Africa. And I hope this reading has been insightful for you. I pulled the Egyptian cobra, and the key word is wisdom. You have power and grace. You know when to use your voice and when to use your venom. That feels so spot on for you Taurians that are so powerful and so magnetic. Thank you for this reading. Until next time, namaste.